Sundays, the only day of the week that represents both the end and the beginning. That one day that we aren't caught up in the hustle and bustle. For me, Sundays are about alignment. It's my time to reset, reconnect, and prepare to show up as the woman I am becoming. There are 3 ways that I like to prepare for my week, and that is by focusing on my nutrition, my appearance, and planning and scheduling my most important tasks. I invite you to join me today as we slow down and prepare for another week ahead. Now, without further ado, let's get into today's video.
Hello, happy Sunday. My name is Yvette Renee. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I think you will love it here. We are all things routine, productivity, discipline, while still enjoying life. We love the soft girl life, and you can't have soft without structure. Remember that. Now, for those of you returning, thank you for your continued support. You guys mean so much to me. So thank you so much. Now today, Sunday, we are prepping for the week. I haven't done a Sunday reset video, I feel, in a little while, but I'm doing it this week, and I want to do it with you guys in case you needed some inspiration and motivation to just prep and plan ahead of time. On today's agenda, we are going to meal prep. I didn't meal prep last week, but I'm meal prepping this week. We are going to plan out our week, and I'm talking like just my tasks for the week. I'm going to show you guys, I'm starting to use Notion. I have a template and everything that I've been using, so maybe that'll help. It really streamlines and literally has everything in one area. It is currently 2:20. I've cleaned today. I went grocery shopping. Like, we're on track, but I want to do the rest with you guys, and then I want to be done by 6 p.m. because I have to put a quick weave in my hair. A part of me preparing for the week, especially as an African-American woman, 4C hair, you know the vibes. Our hair can be such a challenge. And I find that when I have a hairstyle that I have solidified and planned on for the week, I feel good. Like, girl, I'll do anything as long as my hair is done. I don't even need to wear makeup for real, as long as my hair is done. So we're doing all things prepping and preparing, and we're gonna do it together. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, before I meal prep, I have to eat. There are 2 things that I don't do without eating first, is grocery shopping and meal prepping, because I will be eating the food that I'm preparing for the week, and we don't want to do that. So today I am having Today I am having some Parmesan and garlic cream shredded beef with some herb roasted potatoes and some buttered broccoli. No, I did not make this. I told y'all I didn't meal prep last week. I had to order Factor. Factor is convenient for me. It helps me stay on track with my nutrition and my health goals when I'm just not in the mood or I don't have time. And last week, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't in the mood. I didn't want to do the grocery shopping. I didn't want to do the cooking. I wanted it delivered to me. And I love Factor for that. They are a meal prep delivery service. Meals delivered right to your door, fresh, never frozen, chef crafted, dietitian approved. So many different like meal types or diet types to choose from. This week, I did get a plethora of stuff. I have like 3 more meals left. In addition to their meals, I did try their breakfast smoothies. Well, I use them for breakfast. They're not necessarily breakfast smoothies. They do have breakfast though, but I did order their smoothies. Now, if you're someone who you don't have time, you don't feel like a meal prepping, Factor is definitely your go-to. Super easy. You just open the box or take out the packet, take the food out of the box, pierce the hole, pop it in the microwave for like 2 minutes, and it's ready to go. I like to put mine on a plate because 1, it's easier to eat on the plate and it just looks better, right? I haven't had this, y'all. This week I had filet. I had I ordered a vegan meal that I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. I'm actually really excited about it. It's this spiced peanut tofu. My mouth is watering right now because this is in my face. Now, if you're anything like me and sometimes you just don't have the time and you want to give Factor a try, I will leave a link for you in the description, or you can head over to factor75.com, use code 50YVETTE, and you'll receive 50% off of your order plus free shipping on your very first box. Again, factor75.com, use 50YVETTE, that is my code, and you will receive 50% off of your order plus free shipping on your very first box.
Now, before I started to be consistent with meal prepping, I had the hardest time eating healthy. When you're hungry, you're not really in the mood to prepare anything. You just want to eat. That's what makes fast food so attractive. It's fast, it's ready for you. Nutritious food takes a bit more time to not only prepare, but to make it appealing to our taste buds. Now, yes, meal prepping makes eating healthy more convenient, but it's more than convenience. It's nourishment, discipline, and self-respect. I choose to make meals that fuel my body because how I feel determines how I show up, and what you eat has a tremendous impact on how you feel. Now, when I prep my meals in advance, it's like I'm giving myself this gift of time, peace, and clarity. I'm eliminating decision fatigue around food. I don't want to worry about what to eat. I want to focus all of my time and attention on the other things that matter in my life that get me closer to my dream life. Now, as someone who has high living standards but still appreciates a minimal lifestyle, I'm always looking for ways to make healthy eating more affordable. So this week I incorporated canned meats, high in protein, low in sodium, and low in price. Overall, I've come up with a system for meal prepping that significantly cuts down my prep time, and I get everything done within a 2 hour window. Now, I'll start by cutting up all of my veggies, the ones that have to be cooked, as well as the fresh veggies that I'll be needing throughout the week. I'll then go on to cook my starches and my vegetables, and then I'll end with cooking my meats. Now, since I ate canned meats this week, I didn't have to cook much meat. And to make meal prep more fun, I do create a menu every week just to give myself variety and not get bored with eating healthy. Now, starting with my breakfast options, which I don't prepare in advance, it's a part of my morning routine. Option number one, I'm having a Greek bowl with protein powder, fruit, chia seeds, and peanut butter. The yogurt and protein powder and chia seeds are my protein sources. The fruit is my carb and fiber source, and the peanut butter is my source of fat. Now, for breakfast option number two is going to be smoked salmon on top of avocado toast with 2 eggs on the side. I did use sourdough bread as my carb source. Eggs and salmon are my protein source, and the avocado is my healthy fat. And this was really, really good. I did use the canned salmon for this breakfast, and I was really pleased with the taste. It tasted just like the smoked salmon I get at the grocery store. And I also did use the Yuka app to see if the canned food was okay to eat, and it gave me the green light. So that was exciting. Now, as for lunch, my options this week were anchovy pasta and a salmon bowl. Both meals, I did use canned meat. Now, for the pasta, I only use a few ingredients: the protein pasta that I just showed you, anchovies, breadcrumbs, garlic, and parsley. Now, this was my first time ever eating anchovies, and it was so good. I think sauteing it with the garlic took away that overpowering fish taste. Now, it still smelled fishy when I ate the meal, but I really enjoyed the taste. This was about 30 grams of protein, so high in protein. And again, I did Yuka, the can of anchovies, and it was approved. Now, for my salmon bowl, I cooked the rice, the cabbage, and the edamame beans during my meal prep. And then when it was time to eat, I just added the fresh cucumbers, green onions, canned salmon, some sriracha mayo sauce, and sesame seeds. This meal was so filling, but it didn't give me that, man, I'm stuffed feeling. We're not supposed to have that feeling. When you eat, you're supposed to have your hunger satisfied instead of being overstuffed or feeling stuffed. I think that feeling stuffed is a sign of overeating. Now, for my dinner options this week, I did no carbs. This beef and veggie skillet was the first one. Super easy to prepare. I did get the meat in a pouch, and it actually had a score of 100 on Yuka. No additives, no high sodium. None of these canned or pouched meats were high in sodium, which was my concern. And that was really, really good. I probably would have made the pouches separate, but I'll do that the next time around. And my second dinner option was a chicken salad. So I made salad jars. I put olive oil and lemon juice for the dressing on the bottom. And then when you make the salad jar, you put the more wet food that, can't really get soggy at the bottom. So I did do the cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, olives, mixed greens, arugula, and then I topped it with the chicken when it was time to eat. This was my first time doing the salad jar, but I like it. Very, very easy and convenient. Now, in addition to my nutrition, my appearance is very important for me, and not for validation either, but because I feel most powerful when I am polished, when I am put together, when I'm feminine and intentional with how I present myself. So that's my hairstyle, my outfit, my makeup, my perfume scent. All of those things reflect the woman that I am choosing to be. And I like to keep in mind that I'm not dressing for the day, I am dressing for the future that I am manifesting. So doing my hair ahead of time satisfies that. And while I do invest in professional services, I also feel it's important to know how to do my own hair because there are times where I will be unable to get my hair done professionally. Now, this is my second time doing a quick weave on myself, and while it is not perfect, I did make some improvements from the first time that I did a quick weave on myself. And I chose to do a quick weave because this is a look that doesn't require you to be skilled in doing hair. And if you already have the bundles, it's not expensive to do. Making do with what you have, being resourceful, I think that helps you get to the next level without elevating, feeling like it's a burden or an unattainable task. I did watch a few videos on YouTube of it, gave it a go. And one of the things I think you have to be comfortable with elevating in life is not being perfect when you're learning or trying something new. And just having that confidence that over time, with practice, you will get better at whatever it is you are setting out to do. As you can see, I had some hiccups. And I'll certainly have trouble taking it out, but I won't have as much glue in my hair as I did the first time because, girl, I definitely learned my lesson with these quick weaves. Now, to put the cherry on top, it is time to plan my week. Now, I did have to wait until Monday morning to do this because by the time I finished my hair, it was like 8:30 and I just wanted to wind down for bed to get a good night's sleep. Now, for me, planning is being proactive. I don't wait for the week to happen to me. I want to plan it. And to do that, I write down my intentions, my priorities, and my habits. Now, this helps me to stay consistent and stay focused on what aligns with my dream lifestyle. Now, in the past, I have always planned my weeks the old school way with pen and paper, but I'm working on transitioning to digital planning because it keeps things very organized and all in one place. I did make a planner template in Notion, and it's only right that I call it the That Girl Planner. Now, first off, I start by writing down all of my tasks for the week. I write down my time sensitive tasks, and I also have a section for the important but not really time sensitive tasks. For my sensitive tasks, I do put completion dates next to them. That's one of the things I've been loving about this digital planning thing. I can make compartments and areas, just to be more streamlined and organized. Now, once I have written down all of my tasks that I want to get done, I'll then plug them into my Monday through Friday scheduling. It's not enough for me to identify what I need to get accomplished, but to also designate a specific day for things to get done. Doing that really helps me achieve my goals in a timely manner. Now, once that is complete, that's pretty much the bulking of my planning in advance. Now, in addition to planning my week, my day to day, I also have a section in here to track my bills and my finances, an area for my meal planning, and an area to plan my workouts ahead of time. Being in control of these areas in my life really gives me a peace of mind, and it helps me stay on track with things. And I'm really loving the idea of having everything in all in one place. Planning the week isn't about doing more, but it's about doing what matters. Mapping out goals, setting priorities, and making time for the habits that will elevate me. I hope you were able to take away something from this video today that will help you set up for success week after week. And always remember, If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I will see you guys on the next video, and thank you so much for watching.